You have clicked on this video because you want to become a fluent speaker in this language. I know you are struggling with speaking English and want to be able to talk in this language clearly, want to be able to talk your thoughts clearly in front of people. And this is exactly what I am going to talk about in this video. In this video, I am going to talk about how you can articulate your thoughts well in this language, how you can become a fluent speaker in this language. And in this video, I am also going to share with you my English fluency journey a little bit so that you get inspiration from my journey. And to become a fluent speaker in English, all you need to do is change one thing about yourself and become a fluent speaker in this language. Yeah, you have to change only one thing about yourself, and this is something that I have learned from a book named Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Malaj that I want to show you. This book talks about something, if you can change, you can literally change everything about yourself. Before I talk about that one amazing thing, let me talk a little bit about me. I am not from English medium background. I come from a Hindi medium background. I live in a very small village. I had to learn everything from a scratch. I had to learn how to read. I had to learn how to write. I had to learn how to understand English. I had to learn everything from a scratch in this language. So if you are someone believing that you can't do it, you are plain wrong. You can do it no matter where you are. I am the living proof that you don't need an English environment to learn English, to become fluent at speaking English. I am a living proof of that. You don't need an English environment. You can make an English environment by yourself, completely by yourself, and you can learn this language and become a fluent speaker in this language. It does not mean that I have become master at speaking English, but what I can say is I can articulate my thoughts well in this language. I can talk about literally about anything in English. Let me tell you one more important thing about me. I am very passionate about self-improvement. That is why I am always reading something or the other in my spare time. I am always watching self-help contents on YouTube which can uplift my life in some way or another, which can add value to my life in some way or another. So I have this book named Psycho-Cybernetics because I was watching a guy named David Patrick, who is one of the richest man in America, who is a huge entrepreneur, recommended this book, and I bought this book, and this book has changed my life for the better. Like, this book has impacted my life in many ways for the better. And if you are someone who is passionate about self-improvement, I want you to grab this book and go through, and this is going to change your life. You are going to understand how our mind works. You are going to understand how human nervous system works, and how this book is going to help you in many ways. So let me tell you that one thing that I wanted to share with you. So now let's get started and talk about that one thing. This video is going to be very, very important for you. So now I want you to listen to me very closely, very attentively. So let's get started. This book, Psycho-Cybernetics, talks about the concept of self-image. Whether you realize it or not, you hold an image of yourself. Wherever you go, you carry that image with you. And all your behaviors, all your actions, even your abilities are consistent with that self-image. So if you want to change your behaviors, if you want to change your actions, if you want to change yourself completely, the first thing that you need to do is you have to change that self-image about yourself. That's how you are going to change your behaviors, your actions. But here you must be having a question like, how does it help me speak English fluently? Yeah, let me talk about that too. If you have been trying to speak English for the last 1 year, 2 years, and haven't become a fluent speaker yet, it's time for you to question yourself. Why have I not become a fluent speaker even after trying for the 2 years, 3 years? Why haven't I become that person? It's because you have not created a self-image about yourself who speaks English fluently. Today I'm going to give you a task. What you need to do on a daily basis is you have to imagine yourself for 15 minutes that you have become a fluent speaker, that you are giving a speech in English in front of 1000 people, and you are talking on the stage clearly, you are expressing your ideas clearly. You have to imagine that person every single day until or unless your mind believes that. The most interesting thing about your mind is it cannot tell the difference between a real experience or a experience vividly imagined in detail. So here's where you can take advantage of your mind. You can imagine yourself to be the sort of person you want to be. Before reading this book, I was not fluent. I was not able to express my thoughts well in this language. But after reading this book and after implementing the techniques that have been given in this book, I started speaking English fluently. I started imagining myself to be an English speaker. I changed my identity, and that's what you need to do. You have to change your identity from Hindi speaker to English speaker. You need to see yourself as an English speaker. That's how you are going to become an English speaker. And you have to change your self-image, because all your behaviors, all your actions, or whatever you do is consistent with your self-image. So if you want to become a fluent speaker, you need to see yourself as an English speaker. That's how you're going to become a fluent speaker. Okay, this is the technique you need to do. And yeah, I'm not saying you to stop practicing English. I'm not saying you to stop writing something or the other in English. I'm not saying you to stop listening to English every single day. What I'm saying here is, I am saying you to imagine for 15 minutes about the person you want to be like, along with practices, and this is going to make you a fluent speaker very soon. If you can change your identity, because all your actions, all your behaviors, whatever you do or whoever you are is consistent with your self-image, why not change your self-image? Why not see yourself as a person who speaks English fluently? Why not see yourself as a sort of person who speaks very good English, who can express his thoughts in very easy manner? If you imagine yourself to be the sort of person who expresses himself very easily, you are going to be that person very soon. I want you to imagine yourself to be a fluent speaker, and for 21 days, and this is how you're going to become fluent speaker, along with practices that you have been doing.